Douglas arrived in Lagos with one nylon bag, two shirts, and a dream bigger than Third Mainland Bridge. He stood at Jibbawa Motor Park, smelling the city, fried akara, sweaty conductors, exhaust fumes, and the thick perfume of hustle. He looked around and whispered to himself, "This is where men make it. Lagos, show me love." But Lagos doesn't hug strangers. It tests them first. That night, Douglas slept on a bench near Ojalegba Bridge, holding his bag tight like a newborn. Mosquitoes sang in different pitches, from alto to soprano, in his ears. Danfo conductors argued loudly over balance. Welcome to Lagos. The next day, Douglas started looking for accommodation. He entered an agent's office at Surulere. "Bro, I need a small place. Even self-contained, I go manage." The agent smiled strangely. "No walla. Self-contained not just 800K, and you go settle 2 years up front." Douglas looked at him with reddish eyes. 2 years? Bro, I never even get 1-month job." The man laughed. "My guy, this not Lagos. If you know fit run tins, go petch with men for HK." That was how Douglas became a constant squatter, moving from friend's house to cousin's house, carrying his nylon bag like a traveler with no destination. Lagos doesn't give you room to pity yourself. Hunger will spell your name in capital letters. Douglas tried applying for jobs, but every office wanted 7 years' experience. One evening, a man told him, "Bro, you want hustle? Help us distribute pure water. You go get commission." Douglas agreed. That day, under hot sun, he carried sachet water on his head, chasing buses. By night, he had a few naira notes. He bought bread and akara from Mama Beezy, across the gutter, sat by the roadside, and ate in distraction. He laughed to himself. "Nasa we go day for Lagos. Man go survive so." 1 week later, inside a Danfo from Yaba to CMS, Douglas sat beside a fine lady in a red and white corporate suit. She smelled of expensive perfume, the type that announces Ikoyi doings. Douglas adjusted himself and smiled. "Hi, I'm Douglas. You work on the island too?" She looked at him and smiled back. "Yes, Zenith Bank." Douglas quickly packaged himself. "Nice. I'm into import and export. Electronics, sometimes cars." The lady laughed, impressed. "I'm blessing." By the time they reached CMS, numbers were exchanged. Douglas stepped out of the bus feeling like he had just secured destiny. Douglas knew Lagos runs on packaging. He borrowed clothes from his cousin, David, wore ABBA-made shoes, and started taking selfies in front of high-rising buildings he couldn't afford. On social media, he wrote captions like, "Business meeting with foreign investors." Blessing was impressed. She thought she had met a young CEO. Douglas played the role perfectly, buying her gala and Coke while claiming his. Dollars were tied up in import transactions. Blessing was a hardworking banker. She had her own flat in Lekki, drove a small Toyota Corolla, and carried herself with class. But like many Lagos women, she wanted love and a touch of security. Douglas gave her what she wanted to hear. He called her my soon-to-be, the queen of my empire. She believed him, especially when he showed her the gold imitation ring he bought in Wuse Market for 3,000 Nigerian nairas. One evening, Douglas knelt down in Blessing's living room, raised the ring, and proposed. "Blessing, please grow old with me. The best is yet to come." Her heart melted. She screamed yes, and hugged him tight. That night, she posted the ring on her social media handle, with the caption, "Finally, my answered prayer. My king found me." But social media makes the world in a small village, where everyone seems to know a bit about each other. 2 other women, also dating Douglas, saw the same ring on their timeline. Douglas had 2 close friends, Bayo and Femi, fellow hustlers. The 3 of them shared the same uncompleted building in Aja. They had 1 mattress, 1 small stove, and 1 big dream, to blow. When Douglas told them about Blessing's engagement, they clapped for him. "Guy, not jackpot you catch-o. Banker babe? Guy, not God win." But deep down, they were jealous. They were scared of being left behind. They wanted what Douglas had. Blessing became open with Douglas about her finance. She paid for his new clothes, gave him pocket money, and even gave him 200,000 Nigerian nairas to support his import business. Douglas promised her heaven and earth. "Once the deal lands, babe, Lagos women would want to be you. Just watch." She smiled, believing. "It's love, isn't it?" One cloudy afternoon, Blessing's colleague showed her a picture. "Now your man be this?" See this guy? I think I know him. In the picture, Douglas was with another woman, holding the same engagement ring. Blessing's heart skipped. She laughed nervously. No, it can't be him. But deep down, suspicion entered her heart. Within weeks, the truth scattered. Blessing met two other women at a cafe in Victoria, Ireland. Both claimed engagement. The shock nearly deleted her. Instead of coming against each other, the women joined forces. They planned to come back. Blessing invited Douglas to dinner, pretending everything was fine. He wore his best borrowed suit and came with confidence, already dreaming of a free meal. Midway into the meal, the other two women appeared. Douglas froze. Before he could explain, policemen walked in. The women had written against him. At the station, Douglas tried to defend himself. Oga, it's love matter, nothing serious. But evidence was plenty. Screenshots, transfers, and voice notes. The police laughed. You day run Women Street. Douglas was thrown into cell. For 2 nights, he slept beside hardened area fathers who snored like generators. On the 3rd day, the officer in charge released him without charges. Why? Because one senior officer himself had been caught in similar parole. He told Douglas, young man, you day learn work. Just no fall Magoo next time. Douglas walked free, but his name was already scattered across. Blessing blocked him everywhere. The other women too. His social media followers dragged him, calling him Barbie girl of a man. Jobs closed, opportunities dried up. Without women funding him, Douglas went back to hustling sachet water. His friends mocked him severely. But Lagos is a city of resilience. Douglas refused to give up. He started working as a bus conductor in Aja, saving small money. Every evening, he would tell himself, one day, man go blow. You know go be like this. Meanwhile, Blessing healed. She focused on her banking career, bought herself a new car, and later met a genuine man. Quiet, simple, and honest. They started dating. She realized that Lagos Barbie men were many, but real ones were rare. Months later, Douglas tried one more attempt, pretending to be a property agent. But Lagos had shown her torchlight on him. Women no longer fell for his words. One night, sitting on the uncompleted building floor, Douglas sighed deeply. This Lagos no day rush anybody. If you fake am, Lagos go expose you. He finally understood. Packaging without substance is a mirage.